Kala Hoya Yahweh Bajim Al Shabbat Shem Kakadash, the honor to elders, apostles, and Dr. Great Millstone. Another respect to the brother teaching and preaching the truth all over the globe worldwide. And just doing the lesson to the pastor Yahweh Bajim Al Shah. And there's a lot of things that are going on in the world, things that are going on around us, so many things that are taking place that there's not enough news stories to keep up with, with all the events that are going on, throughout the world. But we know that it's Bible prophecy. And one of the events that I'm gonna touch on today is the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And I was about going into it this morning, and I ended up getting a phone call. And the phone call, of course, interrupted the lesson, work purposes. But I had this time right now to sit down and go through the lesson through the power and spirit Yahweh Shema Shah. And I pray that this lesson be edifying. And one of the scriptures, not scripture, but one of the events that are taking place, and you're seeing the downfall of Esau's kingdom, the brother went in. I listened to one of the brother's videos. They went into it about the famine. And to get a scripture off that, to get scripture, we're going to go ahead and we're going to make it a very familiar scripture that I normally pull up. And it's going to be book of Matthew chapter 24, roughly around verse 7. Let me get it real quick. Because scripture, said that these things are going to happen, and we have to understand that this is part of the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And this is Matthew chapter 24, and I'm going to go ahead and start at verse 7. It reads, "For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. There shall be famines, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows." And all these things are the beginning of sorrows. And just, listen to the video, now they talk about it's going to be a famine, of biblical proportion, which they know, which these meals and elite global bankers, they know the scriptures, they study the scriptures, they understand that these things are going to take place. Well, why would they say this is going to be a famine of biblical proportions if they have not studied scriptures? Let you know they are in the know on what's going on and what's going on in Bible prophecy. And this is the downfall of Esau's kingdom. You know what I'm saying? But because, Esau's pride and everything else, he's not going to give the kingdom up that easy. He's not going to allow, Yahshua to return and to take him out of power. He's going to have to be forced down because the scripture goes on to say, and also says that the kingdom of heaven, suffers violence, and the violence taken by force. Meaning that, the kingdom of heaven is going to be taken by force. Esau not going to just allow they to rule over them in the kingdom like that. He's not going to go down without a fight. And you see that going on now because they see that their kingdom is coming to an end. And these devils is going to come down with great wrath. That's in Revelation 12:12 because he knows he has but a short time. And all they works and all they things, they events they are doing, it's being out in the open because the scripture goes on to say, roughly paraphrasing, that Esau's wickedness is going to be exposed, man. The truth is coming out about what these elite bankers and what these devils are trying to do, and they're trying to push this new world order up on the masses, to get the people to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, and for people to take vaccinations. It's so much. You got the people, they are rebelling against it. They're rebelling against it very hard. And this is and this is if I can get it, it's gonna be an apocryphal. And this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And this is I'm gonna go ahead and start at 14. It said, "Woe to the world," woe means destruction, "and them that dwell therein. For the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people shall stand up and fight against another, and swords in hands. And this is also part of the downfall of Esau's kingdom, because you're going to have, people that's going to stand up, and it's going to be all our race riots, man. It's going to be riots all across the world, and particularly here in Babylon the Great, because you already, seeing uprisings in different parts of the world. And like I saw, another one brother videos, and he showed a beginning clip of it was a uprising up, in Brazil. And you got these things that are coming on throughout the world, showing the signs that we are at the end of Esau's kingdom. We are at the downfall of his kingdom. And you starting to see, these other Edomites, they want to, they taking up arms because they realize, that the government, the elite bankers don't really care about them. And so now they want, Jay to join hand with them and talking about we got to fight against the government and all this stuff. But these same people, man, I'm saying these same people that didn't care about Jacob's plight, when we was at, when we at the bottom, we still at the bottom. But when they were living half the hog, they were making doctor money. They making all the money that they could make and going on all the vacations that they want to go, and they was at ease. They didn't give a shit about Jay, man. And all of a sudden now, all these things are happening to them, and they realize that the same country, Babylon the Great, and what they fought for and they stood proud for, as the brother was saying, they realize that these same people they're not for them, and they don't give two shits about them. And the scripture goes on to say that, Egypt is going to fight against Egypt. I believe that's in Isaiah chapter 19, but we're going to finish that up. We're going to finish this this scripture of this 2nd Ezra 15 and 16. It said, for there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another, and they should not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand in their power. And you're going to see, you're going to start seeing people, they're going to really uprise against the government. They already taking up arms, and they already, taking up arms and saying that the government is not going to have it way, and they're not going to take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. However, if those who waking up in truth, we don't participate in that stuff. Because like the brother said, I was listening to the video, he said Yahweh Shah basically said that if this was his kingdom, him and his servant will fight. But get what? This is not our kingdom, because I believe in the book. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go ahead and get it. It said, I'm just gonna quote. It says that rise and depart, for this is not your place of rest. For it said destroy with a sword destruction. Roughly paraphrasing, but yes, Micah 2 and 10. Saying rise and depart, this is not your place of rest. So we shouldn't be out here trying to save a kingdom that's not even our rest, or trying to save a kingdom, that is not even for us in the beginning. Because these same people, they don't even care about they don't even care about you, Jay, man. Now son, they want you to be on their side, because they realize that all their freedoms and everything that they stood for, all their freedoms have been taken away. And really they had no freedom to begin with, and this shows you that we at the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And it's gonna be sedition among men, meaning that they're gonna uprise against the government, and these people are basically gonna say fuck the government, and we're gonna do our thing. We want things to go back to normal. We want to go back. We want things to go back to normal, so we can go out and we can do our weekend. We can go back and we can go into the clubs, or we can go, have our drinks and party and bullshit all day. But how about Shema Shah strategically, had taken all that away, man, and it's not going to come back. And that's the reason why you got these people uprising, because they realize now all the mirth is gone and it's been taken away. and they realizing what these elite bankers want to do, and they want to set up their new world order, and they want to, basically make everybody a slave here in Babylon the Great. And that's the reason why you got a lot of these uprisings, among the people, man, because they, they're not, they basically saying they're not going for that. And the government knows that, and that's the reason why they, to the point, they don't care. That reason why they have they martial law troops in place, because these devils know that it's gonna be uprisings, and they know all these things. That's the reason why you got these elite bankers and all these other rich people. They sitting there and they hide in their doomsday bunkers. They know what time is. They know that they're at the end of their world, because 2nd Ezra 6:9 said Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. In Ecclesiastes chapter 10 verse 8, the book of Sirach 10:8 said about for rich and got by deceit, because the kingdom is translated from one, the kingdom of heaven translated from one people to another, roughly paraphrasing. Because these elite bankers know that all the riches, everything that they have gotten by deceit, and they know that it's the end of their rulership. And you seeing the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And that's the reason why the lower class Edomites are mad and upset, because they realize that they've been duped. Meaning that they realize that all that stuff that they fought for, it was for naught, because the same people that they fought and died and bled for, and they realize now the same people that they don't care about them, because they took away the middle class. You see, there's no longer no middle class. It's rich and poor. And, and it's what it is, and it's a beautiful thing, because we're seeing the downfall of Esau's kingdom. And I'm going to continue on with this scripture, then we're going to go to, I believe, Isaiah 19. But this is 2nd Ezra 15:17. It said, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Because of the pride of the city shall be troubled, and the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. And all these things are going to take place. Who's so like it? Because of because of the wickedness that has been done on throughout the earth. It said a man shall desire to go into a city, shall not be able. You're not able to go to different states, like you used to, and you're able to, go on vacation, go vacation on different states. They because of the coronavirus, they cancel all that, and they got all this social distance, meaning that all the fun that you used to having, let's just say it's over with, man. It's over with, and this is gonna be the new normal. The social distance and all this stuff. This is gonna be the new normal, because they getting you people prepped up. They getting you people prepped up to, to be purged out, man. To take the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip, and to be vaccinated. And they getting you just ready to be rounded up into them concentration camps, and you're gonna have to eat mice gonna get rounded up too. So they getting you people ready. They getting you people ready to be ripe for the picking, and that's what this is. That's what this is all about. Because these devils know that that everybody gonna, not everybody, but people gonna start uprising. They know that people gonna get mad and upset, and they gonna start rioting and all this other stuff. And your neighbor ain't gonna have no pity on you, as it said in the next verse, 2nd Ezra 15:19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy his house with the sword and spoil their goods, because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. And these people gonna they're gonna be flipping out their mind, because it is not gonna be no bread, man. Because you got the news, and you got videos we put up about the famine. And the article says it's going to be a famine of biblical proportion, meaning that these people know there's going to be a shortage of bread. They know it's going to be lack of bread, and it's going to come to a point that they're going to have the martial law troops out there, and they're going to have ration out the bread. And then in order for you to even get the bread, they're going to be like, you got to be vaccinated, and you got to get the mark of the beast, which is the RFID chip. And they would say, you don't get that mark of the beast which are offered at Egypt, you're not going to be able to buy or sell, as it says in Revelation chapter 13, verse 16 through 17. You know, you're not going to be able to get any bread, because these devils have everything, you know, plotted out what they're going to do, because we know that they're at their end, and they know that their hand is being shown. So now, only thing they're gonna do now is to go forward with their plan. You know, there's no turning back from this. You know, there's no turning back, because they too exposed. You know what I'm saying? They too are out in the open, and you got these Edomites, like I said, they rising up against it, because they realizing that not only that this stuff is per se affecting Jake, but it's affecting them as well, because if it was only affecting Jake, they wouldn't care. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't care, because it's Jake. It's Black Latino Native American. They don't care about you anyway. They only rising up because it's her in their pockets. You know what I'm saying? It's affecting them. That's the reason why they want to talk about we gotta fight against the government. But guess what? This is your kingdom, Esau. I'm talking about the lower class Edomite. This is your kingdom. You know, you supposed to be out there enjoying your best life. Because guess what? You know what I'm saying? And that for you Jakes out there, you know what I'm saying? We don't partner up with Esau, man. Because guess what? This is not our kingdom. Because as your house, I say, if this is a kingdom, he'll fight for it. But guess what? This is not his kingdom. And this is not our kingdom either, because our kingdom is to come. And when our kingdom comes for the Israelites, you know, we're gonna have the best kingdom, you know, in history. You know, it's gonna be ruled in righteousness. But you know what I'm saying? But in the meantime, we got to suffer through this devil's kingdom. But at the same time, you know, we should be repenting and turning back to our power. You know what I'm saying? And praying for the downfall of this place. You know what I'm saying? Don't pray. You know what I'm saying? You got Jake out here trying to pray that the place be saved. Guess what's not going to say, man? Because you see that, you know, Esau Kingdom is divided. In scripture, Yahweh said, if Satan cast out Satan, then how should his kingdom stand? But it had an end. And we're seeing that, you know, Esau divided against Esau, man. You know, and this is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 1. It said, the burden of Egypt. Behold, Yahweh ride upon a swift cloud, which is a chariot, and shall come into Egypt, which is, you know, scripture said in Revelation that this place is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. And it's talking about here Babylon the Great America, because this is spiritually Sodom and this is spiritually Egypt. It's not talking about the landmark Egypt, because that place is still standing, even though their comment stuff destroyed it. That place still exists. But it's talking about the spiritual Egypt. This is talking about the spiritual Egypt, spiritual Sodom, which is Babylon the Great, aka America. You know, read again. It's Isaiah 19:1. It said, the burden of Egypt, behold, Yahweh ride upon a swift cloud, and shall move and shall come into Egypt. And the ice of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And if you read Revelation chapter 1:7, it said, behold, he comes with clouds, and every eye shall see him, and the kindred of the earth shall wail because of him, and they that pierced him, and the kindred of the earth shall wail because of him. And you know, basically when Yahweh shall come back from the clouds, you know, people gonna be terrified. They're gonna be afraid, and they're gonna think that it's an alien invasion. But get what? It's Yahweh coming back to send judgment upon the world, especially, you know, here in Babylon the Great, because he's gonna come back. He's gonna deliver the land of Israel, and he's gonna destroy everybody else that remains in Babylon the Great. But he's gonna have some missiles that are gonna hit on the other side of the world too. But especially in Israel, you know, Israel gonna be hit with nuclear missiles too. You know what I'm saying? Because them fake Jews over there, they don't supposed to be in the land. And anybody else that's not in Israel, they're gonna be melted out the land too. So this is Isaiah 19:2. It said, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And you see that now, don't you? You see that you got Esau talking about they fighting against the, you know, the quote unquote Illuminati. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They saying it's Illuminati fault. you know, we got to band together. No, it's all you Edomites, all you in it together. And saying Edomites that you slew our forefathers, you had them enslaved. That's your doing. You know what I'm saying? That you went bombed. You know what I'm saying? You bombed. Black Wall Street over there in Tulsa. Then the other event that Jake was in, boom over there, I believe, was Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You went in, you took that place down, and you took down the Black Wall Street, Tulsa, Oklahoma, because you just a Jake being successful. You know, you devils in all you devils in it together. So if we chase out there, don't partner with these devils, man, because these devils doing this, like I said, because they only care about themselves. They never care about you. They don't care about you. Because let's just say, even if things do go back on, which we know they're not, just saying for example, even if things do go back on, just an example, these devils are gonna still have that hateful spirit towards you, Chase, man. And they gonna still treat you like lower class people that they look at you as anyway. So why would you waste your time helping these devils to try and hold on to a kingdom that the Most High is systematically taken down? Because Scripture also saying that Babylon will not be healed, man. It's not gonna be healed, and it's not gonna be healed. So come say it's not gonna be healed. And, Yahweh Shem outside had a controversy with the place. It's not gonna be healed. So anybody trying to say this place, guess what? You just in for a rude awakening. I'm gonna go ahead and continue because the phone is starting to get hot. So I don't want this to cut off on the lesson. This is Isaiah 19:3. It reads, and the spirit of evil shall fall in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to idols and to charmers, and to them have familiar spirit, and to the wilderness, and these devils gonna, they're gonna go to their all they media, saying they're gonna go through all their witchcraft that they be doing and trying to think they're gonna say this place, but guess what? They're not. And this place is gonna fall, and it's gonna fall. It's gonna fall with a very great fall, and it's not gonna be recovered, man. This place is not gonna be recovered because Yahweh Shem Shah has a controversy against this place, especially in Babylon the Great, especially against Esau Kingdom, because Isaiah 51, Jeremiah 51:7 said that this place is a golden cup in Yahweh's hand. This place is set to be destroyed. And it's going to be destroyed. You know what I'm saying? And Most High is systematically taking down Esau. Watch that, because Esau, have his heart that he wants to be like Most High. You know what I'm saying? And he has that pride that nobody can take him down. You know what I'm saying? This is Obadiah 1:3. It said, therefore the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the clefts of the rock. Reputation is high that set his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground. Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy nest among the stars, against I'll bring thee down, say I will. And these devils, they walk with great pride, and they don't think nobody can bring them down. And that's why you got the vision among, Esau, because you got the low level Edomites blaming the high level Edomite, which are, the Jewish people, which aka concepts of Illuminati, the light barrel. You know what I'm saying? They blaming them, but guess what? All of them are in together, man. It's not how they trying to say, well, Illuminati, all devils ain't together, man. And all you devils are going down. And Most High is dividing you devils up. And it's a beautiful thing, and he's doing it because he gonna destroy you, man. He's gonna do your 1,000 years of slavery, and he's gonna round you up, and he's gonna destroy you. The point is being made. They want to give all praise, glory, honor to see how much me out, Bahasham, Kakadash, the Apostle, the prophets of great millstone. Enough respect to the brothers, teaching and preaching all over the globe worldwide. See you again with another lesson, real soon. God will. Shalom.